Hello guys, welcome back to another video. I am super excited. I'm going for another harmonic egg session. I haven't done one since the first one back in the spring. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. What the harmonic egg is, it uses light, sound, and vibration and frequency to help with your body heal mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. It just basically gets your body into alignment to heal whatever intentions that you have going in. And I'm not quite sure of my intention today, but I have an idea. But what is great is Kathleen over at the Harmonic Wellness Center really helps dive deep to find your true intention that you want. I plan on going to the harmonic egg every 2 weeks until I get to a vibration where I just need to go once a month. So I have a lot of intentions to do. I don't know where to start, but Kathleen's going to help me dissect that and I will figure that out. Obviously, the most urgent is what I want to go with first and just go from there. I don't know how quickly I'll respond. Every body is different, but I'm hopeful and I'm excited. From that first video, I've had some people reach out and they were curious and they've tried the harmonic egg or are going to try it in their area. I wanted to share my journey through it, so stay tuned. I consider this self-care. My kids are in school and this gives me a good hour of just relaxation, my time, my thoughts, my experience, and then I'll go pick up the kids after. So this is very important. Self-care is very important, so do it. I was salivating the whole time. And then at one point, it felt cold right here, like as if I put like mint toothpaste on it. I just got my period back. I haven't had my period in months. I figured I was going right into menopause and I just got it back. So I'm thinking the harmonic egg did something. I'm going to have to mention that to Kathleen and ask her if it had anything to do with getting my period back. Now I'm not complaining. Now it means my hormones are balancing. It's kind of like a bittersweet thing. I don't really want my period anymore because I get such bad cramps, but I like to know I still have estrogen. So, it's one of those things. So yeah, that was interesting. So after the first week of doing the harmonic egg, besides getting my period back, which by the way, Kathleen said one of the elements in the song that we used balances hormones. So she said that makes complete sense. And it's happened to quite a few women getting their periods back that haven't had them for a long time. My husband didn't like that, but that's another story. My intention going in was to heal the mouth. And after a really nasty tooth extraction that left my sinus cavities completely open, I wanted to really make that my main intention that session going in was just to heal the mouth. She obviously doesn't promise anything. We don't know what's going to happen, but I figure let's just try it out, right? So I haven't been to the dentist for 2 years. Now this is like a few weeks later now. I'm jumping ahead because the mouth isn't going to instantly heal. But I went back after the month for them to check how the healing was going. And they said I didn't need any sinus cavity surgery, which usually they say like 95% of the time, people that have a open cavity to their sinuses need to get it sealed shut. But they said everyone's different. So going with my intention, thinking positive, and I also did at home like positive affirmations where I'm saying my mouth is perfect, stuff like that. Never say I don't want the hole. Just say my mouth is perfect. My mouth is healthy. I'm healed, that sort of thing. Always stay in the positive. Also, when I went for my checkup, I was getting a cleaning and all that stuff done. I didn't have any cavities. And I am so prone to cavities and I'm so bad at flossing often that I was thinking in my head, of course, that they're always going to find at least one cavity. They did find a loose filling, which I didn't know was loose, but they said it was about to come out soon. So we just replaced that, but no cavities. I mean, take it or leave it. It could be the harmonic egg. It could have just been maybe my toothbrushing techniques and my non-fluoride toothpaste. I don't know. But regardless, that was really cool. Okay, I'm back at the Harmonic Egg. This is day 2 and Took, it's cold, it's the day after Halloween, and I'm very excited to get into this egg. I'm thinking my intention today is to work on some mental blocks. I have a lot of mental blocks that I was really dissecting through journaling, didn't realize that I was dealing with, so I want to release those blocks. So I decided today will be a mental session, and then maybe next time we'll work on emotions. And then after that, I want to go on a spiritual journey. So that's kind of like what I'm timing, but I mean, obviously anything can change. Whatever's sticking in my head the strongest is what I want to work on. So come with me for another harmonic egg. I can't even remember what the images were, but they were just like almost animated, like childlike. Like I just kept seeing like childlike pictures in my head. And I'm like, hey, no, just let it go. Like just go, let it go in and out. And then slowly it's just kind of started fading away. And then I just started going into sleep. Yeah. So with this session, my intention was to live life full of abundance and have time and financial freedom. That's really important to me. And I had so many blocks that I thought I was past, but I guess I wasn't. So I went in with that intention. And I think possibly the very next day, a side hustle kind of popped up at me. And before, when I see side hustles, I'm like, yeah, whatever. Too good to be true. I'm not going to try it. It sounds like a scam, all this stuff. This one, something was telling me, just do it. Just get on that horse and just do it. So I did. And so when I did, I started working at it and I had faith. Money didn't come right away. By the way, if you're wondering what that is, it's the letter writing. But the money didn't come right away. But when it did, oh my gosh, like the fear of lack, having nothing and being without was gone. Like I felt like I have nothing to worry about. Money is always flowing to me. And the more I said that, other opportunities were coming at me. I was making more income in my job. My business started picking up. All these things started happening because I was letting go of that belief of never having enough, always living in lack. So having that side gig really helped with that mentality and it changed a lot for me. And yeah, it was really cool that that opportunity kind of popped up. You could think it's a coincidence. I think everything happens for a reason. That's just my thinking. Besides setting an intention, Kathleen always asks how I'm feeling and if I'm dealing with any pain. I've been having chronic nerve pain in my big toe, so she looks for a song that will cover my intention, as well as any pain I'm suffering with. Oftentimes, the song she chooses covers a whole host of physical, mental, and emotional conditions. Colors that she chooses as well includes the intention and, if possible, the physical pain I may be dealing with. Within the first 5 minutes, my neck started seizing. So where I had that knot in my shoulders, it was like becoming really painful.
Yeah.
So what happened after this session was really interesting. So I went in with the intention to gain more confidence, be determined and strong. I forgot all about it actually after that session. I like to buy the music and play it if possible. So I think with this song, I did buy that song and I did keep playing it for the week. And I believe it was within 2 days. Yeah, because I went on Thursday. I was at work on Saturday and I work in a pub. And there was a couple sitting at the table and we got to talking about whatever. And they asked if I was the owner. And I was like, oh, no, not the owner. Still fairly new here. I think I'd only worked there for, I don't know, like 5 months maybe. But they said that. So I had to ask, why did they think I was the owner? And they said it's because I was exuding a lot of confidence. Okay, so I didn't even realize. I know I can walk with confidence if I put my mind to it and I'm thinking about it, but I wasn't thinking about that session, wasn't thinking about that intention at all. And automatically it was already showing in the same pub. I have gotten that question many times if I was the owner. It turned out that couple ended up buying the pub. Oh, they're great owners, they're great bosses, but I'm still getting people asking, are you the new owner? I'm like, no. And that really boosted up my confidence even more when I got that, so.
Assist you in strengthening your psychic abilities and trusting your intuition.
I was being pulled off the chair.
Wow.
But I didn't realize, like, I was just almost like arching my back to get out of the chair. I don't know. In my third eye.
Neat.
It was quite big and quite detailed, but it was also abstract. It's hard to explain. Okay, I just finished that session, and while it's fresh in my mind, I wanted to share my experience in the spiritual journey as my intention Harmonic Egg session. So I went in with wanting to strengthen my psychic abilities and mainly trust my intuition. A lot of times I don't know if it's my ego or if it is my intuition telling me something. So I wanted to work on those two things. And the colors she chose for me were green and red. Green at the top, red at the bottom. Now, I never had any red, yellow, or orange colors. And she told me after they're very stimulating. And this is why this came up, because I was restless. I was antsy. I wanted to move around. I couldn't settle. I couldn't be calm. Normally I'm calm. I did actually get about 10 minutes sleep in there. At one point I knew because I was snoring, woke me up, but I was restless and tense. I was super tense. My toes curled, my arms were stiff, my legs were stiff. I was arching my back, and I don't know why, but when I told her after, like, I was restless, I just couldn't settle, and I had all these ideas coming up, like all these creative things were coming up. I just wanted to write them down because they were just coming constantly, all these ideas and what I wanted to do and where I wanted to take it. And she told me afterwards, because she used orange, she used orange. So orange on the bottom, orange, red, and yellow are very stimulating colors, where normally I've done blue, green, and purples, which are more calming. So it would explain why it put me in a state of restlessness and go. And I wanted to go, but I loved it. I had a Hawaiian song. I'm not a huge fan of songs with words, but I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me. And it was really nice singing, and it wasn't constant. Like for 40 minutes, it wasn't this one man singing. It was just for part of it. And then it goes instrumental, but it was nice. And often I like to buy the song after I've used it, because for the next week, it kind of solidifies what we worked on. And especially if I keep playing that song. So I will look for that song and play it. This song also worked on abundance. Oh gosh, she names a list of things that it works on. It was like so many things. I think balancing hormones was in there. There was a number of things. Basically, it hit all the things I wanted to work on anyway. So now I'm like ready to go. I feel energized. I'm actually hungry. And I ate right before I came and my stomach's growling. But we did discuss, Kathleen and I, some things that we're going to be working on in the future. And I'm super excited to be sharing that with you. I have one more session I want to do, and then I'm going to compile this video. I'm not sure yet what my intention is going to be for the next one, but this has been a fun journey. I love that I've had this experience. And harmonic eggs are popping up all over the world. So if you're curious about trying one, check it out in your area. There might be already one in there or something close by to you. After this session, I was hoping for a phenomenal awakening of my third eye. I don't know. That's what I wanted though. I wanted my third eye open. I mean, I think it is anyway, partially, but I wanted more of a phenomenal outcome. Now, what had happened wasn't not phenomenal, but it wasn't what I was hoping for. But that night after that session, some weird, crazy stuff was happening in my bedroom. Things were like moving, and I'm like, okay, no. I don't want any negative energy. So right away I started saging and clearing the space and asked for whatever negative entity or being or energy to leave. And then it stopped. And then nothing like that happened again. However, lots of synchronicities were happening afterwards. And I just love synchronicities and how everything works out like that. And examples of synchronicities that have happened was I'm thinking about someone and they call or they text or they message me a song. I'm thinking about a song and then I'm hearing it. And then I heard it on 3 radio stations at the same time because I was driving. I'm like, oh, I can't get the song out of my head. And then I go put out the radio on and there's the song. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I went to switch songs and there it is on that station. And then it was on another station. So that's never happened before. Just like a lot of other synchronicities, like a lot of things that I'm thinking of will instantly happen, like almost instantly. Then I started thinking, oh, like I'm imagining I have $10,000. That didn't instantly happen, but it could. But it was just really cool just to notice those synchronicities and see all that stuff happening. And I attribute that to maybe being from that session. This is my last session. This is session number 5 for the Harmonic Egg. Wasn't sure prior to today what I was going to work on, what my intention was going to be going to the egg. But I feel like really looking at all the issues that I've struggled with, blocks that I can physically feel when I feel that emotion. Guilt and regret is probably the biggest, that I really feel a strong tightening, especially in my heart, my throat, and my solar plexus. So I feel like I should work on that today. That will probably release a lot of stuff and I can move on and heal from this. So I'm excited to see what this is going to bring. I'm probably going to bring some tissues into the egg. Who knows? We just don't know what to expect. But that's the whole fun part about this journey is you're go in with an open mind, take all that comes, leave all that is not for your highest good. And that's how we heal. So let's go in for my last session. Something that hasn't happened before was something told me not to open my eyes for a while. Okay. Usually I always start with absorbing the colors, looking around, trying to get comfortable. My eyes wanted to stay closed for quite a while. Yeah. So with the last session, I worked on releasing guilt and regret. And away from childhood to now, we're human. We make choices that aren't the best. Or I always stick my foot in my mouth and I mean something different than what comes out of my mouth. Does that happen to you? I wanted to release all that stuff because a lot of that stuff just sticks to me and I think about it and then I start getting angry or upset. And I just want to let that go. I mean, you can't change the past. I can only change who I am now and the choices I make going forward, but I just need to let it go. So I went into the egg with the intention to release all that. What happened after was I felt like I was being tested and it came up even more for me. So there was more stories in my head from the past where I had feelings of guilt and regret and it just was like amplified. And I'm like, I don't understand, like why acknowledge it? It just needs to go. And I didn't know what to do. So when I followed up with Kathleen later, she said the egg doesn't make things like that just disappear. Sometimes they can go, sometimes they're released quite quickly, and sometimes there's something else that I need to work on, or there's more work I need to do. I need to dig deeper into it and work on it more. The egg just helps support me, but I need to do more work. I am not so bad now with guilt and regret, although it does sometimes creep up on me. I'm learning how to handle things, because what ended up happening that few days after that last egg session was I brought on a panic attack because I was thinking of those stories in my head of having guilt and regret, and I couldn't let it go, and it just amplified into a huge panic attack. And then now I'm just learning, okay, how I react to this has to be different. So I'm still learning, I'm still practicing different techniques and different ways. And I think, what is it? The emotional freedom technique, like the tapping, is supposed to be really good for that. I kind of learned that years ago and I haven't done it since. So maybe I should get back on that. But, leave a comment and let me know if you do anything to help with your panic attacks. With all that said, having these 5 sessions was a very exciting and very cool experience. I really took that time to really work on myself and just relax and not think about stuff I needed to do in the day. And I really felt like at a different vibration. Like, if you haven't seen the first video, you need to go watch it. Kathleen talks about that it's bringing our vibration up higher, right? We are vibrational beings. And it was really neat to notice a difference. Like, I noticed when I was, really low and down, and then all of a sudden feeling high. And after every session I was high. Like, there was a time when I left that session driving to pick up the kids from school, and nothing could bother me. Nothing. People are cutting me off. People are driving slow. People are, whatever, being crazy. And I didn't react. I'm like, okay, I'll just be in my lane, doing my thing. And if I'm going too slow, go around, and you're going slow, I'll just pass. I wasn't so reactive. I did notice a huge difference with that. And it was just really neat to notice the things after each session and what had happened. And everyone's journey is so different. A lot of people go for mental health to heal those parts of them that they're suffering with, and it's tormenting them through life. I really highly recommend, if you're dealing with anxiety or depression or any trauma, go try out the Harmonic Egg, because you never know what could happen. It's really so supportive. Like, the whole premise of it helps reset the autonomic nervous system, which is where we're in our fight or flight. And that will bring on chronic disease in the future if you don't deal with it. So if you have one in your area, give it a shot. You're going to love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I have my next video coming out, which you're going to absolutely love, but it is using the Harmonic Egg for weight loss. It's a 10-week program, and I'm so excited to share it with you. So stay tuned for that. Hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.